Alright, what is up everybody? Coming back at you with another video on the channel today. And we have got a Microtech to check out. So I've had a couple Microtechs on this channel in the past. I had a SOCOM Bravo, had an Annex. I did like both of those. I really liked the SOCOM Bravo, ended up selling it. The Annex I kind of liked. It just had such a weak detent and it really wasn't lefty friendly. So I ended up selling it pretty quick. I had an Ultratech, which I did like. Just wasn't huge on out the fronts. But when I saw this thing, I was like, all right, that's just cool as shit. I got to try that. So I had the opportunity. You know, they drop, they sell out in a few minutes. So I ended up snagging one. And let's check it out. So the GLYKON Bayonet Blade Bead Blast Titanium Overlay Nickel Boron Internals. I didn't know that. That's cool. Standard stuff on the inside. You just get your booklet, and it came in this bag. Authentic Microtechs will always have this sticker, the inspection sticker. So look out for that. Microtechs do get faked quite often, unfortunately. And here is the knife, and man oh man is this thing sexy. Big knife. Ooh, so this is not a gentleman's carry knife, as people like to call it. This is not a knife you bring to the office. This is big and this is scary, and that's what she said. But seriously though, let's go over this thing real quick. You get the standard 6061 T6 aluminum handles that they use on pretty much everything. Ultratechs, you know, all their stuff, this standard handle. You can see you do have a line there. So you get that on this side. You get standard, is that T8 or T10? I think they're T10s. Yeah, T10 hardware. So they didn't do their proprietary hardware on this one, which I really like. They went with T10. And part of that is the titanium overlays. You get a lot of titanium on this knife, and I really like that. So these overlays on this side, as well as this side, are titanium. And with those 3 T10 screws, you can actually take those off and replace them. In the prototypes for this, you saw some with carbon fiber. Imagine some fat carbon. Oh, man. So a lot of possibilities there. I really like how they did that. Also, this backspacer type thing here that wraps around both sides, that is titanium as well. Pocket clip, milled titanium pocket clip. It's fairly tight, but it's still pretty good in and out of pocket. And something they did I also really appreciate, they made this ambidextrous. So it comes on this side standard. That is a T30 back here. If you get your standard $20 Weehaw set, you do get a T30 in it, which was just sitting there. So Medford, these pivots on Medford's used to be T30. They're now T25, which you also get in that set. Yeah, this is a T30. T30 fits in it really well. There's a long screw and a short screw. You have to take both of them out, then put the long screw back in on this side. Very easy to do. Tighten that up. I did it right when I got it, so the clip didn't leave a scratch, which was cool. But yeah, just an awesome knife. This is my only out the front. If you're gonna have one, it might as well be this one, let me tell you. So the next biggest thing you're gonna notice here is this crazy looking button. So what have they done here? You get a button on this side, you get your standard side button, and you get a button on this side. So this button is actually one piece. And you can kind of look down in the construction there and see it all connects together here. I'm pretty sure that button is aluminum. Pretty wide button here, more akin to the Microtech Hera button than like an Ultratech button, which is thinner. Very comfortable, milled very well, and you can deploy it from any side. This side, just one finger, Other side, pull it back. Ow. Okay, a little harder there. But supposedly, you can do it. It's just very difficult. I like the side button, especially for deployment. It's just what works for me. I kind of grab it different angles to close it. Now, supposedly, what they had in mind with this was you can pinch it closed. You can grab both sides here and pinch it closed. I guess people had problems closing their knives. I don't know what boomer with arthritis was complaining about that. But that's never been an issue for me. I will say, I handed this knife to an older guy at work today, and it took him a second, but he deployed it. Well, when he went to close it, he kind of did that, and he actually went straight to this grip with your finger and thumb there and pulled it closed. So I guess there is something to it for the right person. I don't know if I went, out of my way so much to do that, but it does look cool. I'll give it to him. It does look cool. The only downside I can see with this is if you're trying to deploy the knife, the whole thing moves where it's one button. If you get something jammed in one of these channels or somehow this gets caught, it could stop your knife from deploying. Very rare. Probably would never happen, but it's definitely a what if. So, let's get to this blade. Pretty heavy stonewash there. Now, this is M390. Microtech's actually coming out. They unveiled their MSI, which is a bar lock style manual folding knife. They released at SHOT Show 2023, and that thing looks badass. It's going to come in about $250, and you'll never be able to get one. Those things are going to sell out faster than you can click buy. But they had a new steel from Bowler, M390 MK, which they actually had designed for them where they buy so much M390. But this is just standard M390 steel. No problem there. It's not bead blasted, so you shouldn't really see any rust issues there with this heavy stonewash. And it's their standard bayonet blade. Obviously sharp on this side and sharp on the top. You get a nice sharpening choil on the top there, nice sharpening choil on the bottom, and you also get a nice thumb ramp on that bayonet blade. So you can really bear down to do some heavy cutting, which with a bayonet style blade, you shouldn't be doing heavy cutting. But if for whatever reason this is all you have, maybe you need to get through a strap or something, you can put your thumb there quite comfortably, I may add, and get down into it. Now, the only downside is if you slip, definitely going to cut yourself. But, it's something. Definitely much better than nothing. So overall, just badass, guys. This is awesome. Now, they did the first production run of this one, which was like $1,500. So everyone that saw this thought, oh, that knife's $1,500. I see in the comments on the shorts, oh, $1,500, buddy. I wouldn't give my left nut to even look at that knife, or whatever the hell you idiots on here say. No, comes at $535, which is still high. Don't get me wrong. But you're in combat Troubadour pricing. It's not crazy high for what I see Signature Series Hellhound Ultratechs $700 all day. So to get something this crazy with all this titanium, because the Signature Series, some of those Ultratechs, all you get's a blade, and it's $650, $700. So on the blade, you do get the blood groove down the middle. They're kind of known for, and then you get the holes milled all the way through it, which is a nice touch. Overall, in my opinion, this is Microtech stepping their game way up. This is next level for Microtech, and this is what they needed to do, guys. For a long time, you couldn't really even get a Microtech. They were always sold out. They're always in stock now. Some of the Signature Series sell out, but like something like this, now the Stitch still sells out, but you can get serrated versions. I bet I can go find a serrated Stitch right now. But this thing, sells out in minutes, and I would guess it's going to continue to do so for a while. So I was very happy to grab one. Got it off eKnives. They send out their email notifications. It's like nightly. They do it at night too, like 8, 9 o'clock. They'll send it out with a restock. Happened to be looking at my phone when the email came through, so I clicked right to it. Speaking of grabbing stuff on drops, I got a grill I've been looking for months. I got an Evo 3.0 and an Arius before I got one of these. It is the McNeese Mac 2 3.5. Finally got one. It's not a frag pattern, which kind of sucks. But it's the green and bronze atomic stonewash. Super excited to get that in. Got that from River's Edge Cutlery, actually. Tried to get one on the DLT drop, and they all sold out instantly. But yeah, got one of those. Super pumped about that. But overall, guys, if you're into Microtechs, if you're into out the fronts, you're going to love this thing. It's badass. Now, the actual action itself is very smooth. Deployment's actually pretty easy, especially for a big one like this. Obviously, the blade, super fast, super snappy. No issues at all there. Really smooth. Blade play is minimal for an out the front. It's really not bad overall. When the knife's closed, only thing you hear rattling a little bit is the button. If you hold the button, really don't hear much. Open, obviously the blade rattles a little bit. It is what it is. It's the price you pay for an out the front, unless you spend $1,500 on a Hawk deadlock, which I will not do. Can you deploy it like this? Yeah, which you can deploy from these side handles pretty easily. As far as deploying, pulling back, you really need to grab both sides. It's very hard to do with one. But yeah, this thing is freaking sick. Do a real quick sharpness test, and then we're going to call it a video, guys. Main edge. So I'm going to break a piece off here. Not great, to be honest with you. Not great. That's unfortunate. So you can slice some. Let's go to the back edge. That's interesting. Oh man, the back edge is razor sharp, but the front's like, that's just kind of funny to me, honestly. Yeah, this rear edge is sharp as shit, and then this main edge is not very sharp. Oh, come on, Microtech, come on. We can do better than that, guys. We can do better than that. Anyways, I'll probably put this thing on the strop, see if I can touch it up a little bit there. But yeah, other than that, done very well. Done very, very well. I love the titanium. The back spacer's cool. I mean, just everything about it is really awesome. Let's get a couple button deployments here. Sometimes I'll go across it like this to pull it back in, or just your standard pinch grip. Yeah, very heavy stonewash, so you can make this a user without much notice. But yeah, that's it, guys. Like I said, got that McNeese Mac 2 3.5 coming in. I've got this new Avant here, which I've got the OG micarta Avant. It's actually crazy how much of a difference just titanium scales made on this thing. And it's got zirconium accents. But anyways, just the feel, the lockup, just everything about this knife goes to another level here. It's actually kind of wild. Anyways, look for this review coming. Look for that McNeese Mac 2 3.5-inch video coming. Subscribe to the channel if you like knife content coming up on 850. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and have yourself a great day.